Hey everybody, my name is Vinny and I'm here to share a little bit about my life with you. I have diabetes and I've had it for quite some time and it sucks. It's a horrible disease to have, however it is quite manageable. So I wanted to share that with you. Diabetes is basically your body has stopped producing insulin and because of that your bloodstream can't metabolize the sugar, leading to high blood sugar. There are very different treatment regimes to take care of it, but overall there's type 1, which is insulin dependent, and type 2, which is controlled by pills or diet. Throughout the world, and America and the world, about 2 in 10 people are inflicted with this. And those are the various types, either type 1 or type 2. For the most part, it's elderly people that come down with the type 2. When I got diagnosed, I just finished my 4 years on active duty, and I was about 2 years into my reserve time with the Army when I started feeling lethargic and tired, and I went to the doctors, and I was told I had diabetes, and I was shell-shocked. I was so angry, I wanted to hurt somebody, because I was like, why did this have to happen to me? I mean, I'm a healthy guy. Why? I did everything I was supposed to do, but I still came down with this. So when talking with the doctors even more, they were telling me I have juvenile diabetes. And I'm like, juvenile diabetes? I'm 22 years old. Why wasn't I diagnosed as a kid? And they said, well, you probably had it this whole time, but controlling it with diet and exercise, it really didn't come out of its shell until now. So I was immediately put on insulin by syringe, and it took a while to get used to taking shots, but I got over it. Once it got under better control, I was switched to an insulin pump, which is basically like a mechanical pancreas. All along while I was doing these treatments, I was scared, because I know people with diabetes don't live as long, they have complications, and I didn't want to die. I mean, it was scary. I thought I was all alone. But, I had to pull through it, I have to go to a doctor at least once every 4 months to go get a hemoglobin A1C done to see an average of my blood sugars. I have to go to a podiatrist to check my feet. I have to go to a neurologist to check for neuropathy. It's a lot of stuff. I mean, you got to get used to it. I mean, one day I'm able to eat whatever I want, and that, like candy, sodas, pasta, sugary stuff, maybe not healthy, but I was able to eat that stuff with no problem. And, and that's when, now if I eat that stuff, it's like, Homer Simpson going, no, because I made I made a mistake, because my blood sugar shoots up and I feel like garbage. So, it's just, it took so long to get used to. So I had to change my diet up. And while the foods may not have been as great as before, they were still good, but I still have to watch it. Even healthy stuff like vegetables, fruits, anything that's got carbohydrates in it can affect my blood sugar. And if my blood sugar goes high, it can affect my eyesight, it can affect my kidneys. Eventually, if I get really bad neuropathy and get an infection, I can get a leg amputated. I mean, that's scary. I mean, I didn't know what to do. But, the most important thing to me was my kidneys, which, quite honestly, I'm having problems with now. I was recently told my kidneys are in bad shape, and I have to take medication. If they don't get better, I have to get put on dialysis. And dialysis is not fun. 2 hours, 2 times a week, it's not fun. So what I do in the meantime is, one of the biggest things is exercising. I weightlift, I go on walks, I go running, go to the park with my son. I get my body moving. I just don't sit in a sedentary position because that can just lead to more problems. But, at first exercising wasn't my thing, but I found fun things to do. Like recently, I just did a thing called Run for Your Lives, which is a zombie run through obstacle courses and whatnot with zombies chasing you. I did Tough Mudder, which I failed miserably on, but you have to do something that's going to make you happy. Which, along with that, is I use gaming. I play Call of Duty, I play Max Payne recently. I play games that kind of take my mind off of things and get me to focus on things that make me happy instead of dwelling on the negative. Hopefully eventually, through all this, that they might be able to find a cure. They're working on something now. They have pancreatic islet transplant surgeries, stem cell research. I mean, they may not be available for me, but hopefully they're available for the future generations. So in the meantime, like I said, I just move on and I be happy, and I try and find anything to make me happy and not dwell on my illness, because I can't dwell on the negatives anymore. I got to be positive. It's tough, but it's something I got to do. And I mean, the main goal in my life is to make that guy as happy as possible. That's my little guy, and he's my pride and joy, and I just really hope he doesn't have to deal with this. But in the meantime, I got to be the strongest person possible. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my presentation.